So today we're going to look at artificial intelligence and how how educators can utilize it. At the end of the session, yes, I'll share the attendance form. Request you to please fill the form to get the certificate. So the attendance form link is at the end. I'll share it in the chat window. Um, can you please see whether you could able to see the chat? Can you please post a hi in the chat so that I could see that you can able to access it? Yes, Ladita ma'am. I just want a hi, hello, happy evening, something. Yes, yes. So yeah, everybody has access to the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have around 50 plus members right now. So at any point of time, please post the question in the chat. By the end of the session, I'll take up the questions. Um, the session is for 1.5 hours. We are starting a little bit late, 5 minutes late. So I'm aiming to finish off sharply by 7 o'clock. If not, another 10 minutes extra. Uh, but beyond that, I'll stay back to answer all the queries. But I'll wind off the session sharply by 7 o'clock so that others can leave and people who have questions can stay back and then ask questions. Now, yes, please be mindful of your camera and the microphone. We'll have a quick photo op session at the end where I'll also ask you to switch on your camera so that we can have a quick photo. As I said, questions at the end. Use the chat judicially. Recording, yes, I've started recording and it will be uploaded in YouTube in a couple of days by Monday. Slides will be shared as PDF in 2 days by mail. And I also have a QR link for you so that you can download all the guides and the slides immediately. And the certificates again will also be shared within 2 weeks, within 2 working days by mail. So ideally, we are aiming to send it by Tuesday morning. It will be shared by mail. And whenever I'm saying those tools or saying something in AI, if you want to practice, please practice now itself. And you'll also have guides of various screenshots of different AI tools for you to learn on your own too. Okay, the aim of this particular session is to cover the basics of prompting. So on how to communicate with AI, different LLMs, and some useful tools that you could supplement or complement your teaching and learning process. We have 1.5 hours, but again, I'll try my level best to um, cover the tools which will help you out in your day-to-day life. I wouldn't be able to cover the maximum, but I'll try my level best. So the guides are available in this QR code, but before sharing the QR code, I'll also share this URL in the chat. So the complete presentation is there in this chat window, in this link, and also the guides. So I'll open this there. People who join, please mute. So I'm getting a little bit of noise. So 1 second. So this is the link that I shared in the chat window. As you can see here, you will find my presentation PDF here and also lots of other guides for you to refer after the session. So I've given the link in the chat window. Okay. So I have some interference. Let me mute. Okay. I guess it's Sebastian, sir. Sorry, sir. I've muted you. So yes, the others. Yeah, let me start. So I leave the QR code for a minute also. If you want to scan using your phone, you can do it. Otherwise, you can use the link in the chat window. Okay. So yes, I am Madan. People in tips know me. The others who might not know me, yeah. I've been in the Indian public school for the past 10 years. I've been in the education field for the past 10 years. Previously, I was working in Infosys and Ernst & Young in the IT services industry. I my subjects are computer science, global perspectives in Cambridge. I'm a Cambridge program coordinator. I operate in the headquarters for TIPS, group of institutions, and I'm a career guidance head too. I have a member of I have a team of 6 members who are reporting to me, and I'm also working in the TLRI department, Tips Learning and Research Institute, and some most of you know Tanu. So I closely work with Tanu for this. I've shared my LinkedIn link as well for you to follow. I'll post this in the chat window so that you can follow me later on. Thank you, Sebastian sir, for your wishes. Now, yes. So let us start this session with a bit of curiosity. I'm also learning. I've been following AI for the past 2 years, and this is the seventh or eighth time I'm taking a session. But this is the first time I'm taking a short 1.5 hour session. So there is always a new AI tool in the corner. There are many tools to do one particular work. Say if you want to develop a lesson plan, you have different AI tools specifically for developing lesson plans, and you can very well use ChatGPT or other LLMs as well. So stay curious. I have a feeling that you will take away at least one AI tool that you could use it in your day-to-day teaching life. Okay. So often, people used to ask me, sir, is AI going to replace us? I see AI as an opportunity. Okay, the word crisis, if you call AI as a crisis in Chinese, right? The word crisis composes of 2 letters. The first letter means danger, and the last letter seems opportunity. So I see AI as an opportunity. So AI won't replace a teacher. The teacher who knows how to effectively use an AI assistant, uh, AI as an assistant will replace another teacher. Okay. So what are we going to do today? We're going to see how to create lesson resources. There are separate tools to create lesson resources. When I call it as lesson resources, it's worksheets, uh, differentiated handouts, okay, materials based on YouTube. So how to create all those lesson resources, how to get help for creating lesson plans. So you are aware that in a 1 hour period, like what and all you could able to do. Like you will have an entry ticket, you will have an exit ticket, you'll have strategies in between to effectively cover what you want to cover, right? So to craft that particular lesson plan, how to utilize AI is what we're going to see. And after pandemic, we've seen teachers starting to create presentations, how to automatically create presentations. We'll see it today. And somewhere, I'm not a fan of automatically creating presentations. So I always put my head inside and then work from scratch. For those who want to work from scratch, how to have infographics for a text, how to get icons, how to get human characters like illustrations, how to create word clouds. And we also see prompt framework. I'll expose you to one kind of a prompt framework. There are many, but given the time, we'll see one prompt framework and 4 to 5 prompt examples, and some other tools which would make your life as a teacher simple, like how to print a web page clearly without those ads, without those unnecessary images. Okay, and how to access a page behind a paywall. Most of the times, right, you'll have magazines, online magazines, where there are lot many articles which are behind the paywall. So when I say paywall, you might need to pay some money in order to access that article, right? So how to access those pages without paying the money? So which is legal anyway. It's not like I'm teaching you something illegal out here. There is something called as archiving. We'll see that, and how to edit a PDF file, how to properly cite a resource. So these are the things that we're going to look at in 1.5 hours, right? So first things first, how to create a lesson source. We have something called as diffit.com. Let me open it. Don't worry, I have all this screens in the guides that I've shared across. So people who have joined late, you will find a tiny URL in the chat window, which will have all the screenshots of what I'm going to cover, including the presentation. It is there in that drive folder. Now, diffit.me or diffit.com, it goes to a site where I could generate my lesson resources. Say, for example, I want to have a lesson resource on, say, binary system. Okay, and it's up to this grade, seventh grade, and I want it in English language, and the type of reading I want it as an informational text. So if I generate resource, I'll get that resource. So one thing that you need to uh, understand here is that the resource that is getting created here is to that corresponding level. I selected grade 6, so the words, the vocabulary, the lines, sentences, and the sentence structure, it will be to a level where a grade 6 student could able to understand, or a grade 7 student here in this case could able to understand. Now, if you see here, right, it gives me certain text based on binary system. So this, according to it, the AI behind understands that this is the relevant content that regarding binary system that a grade 7 person has to read, and the summary of the summary of the passage along with the key vocabulary words and some multiple choice questions and short answers. So if you see here, right, you have, let me zoom it out. I have a feeling that you'll not be able to see here. Um yeah, so you see the passage, you have something called as an edit option. So you could able to edit and then add sentences if you want, show the sources. So when I say show the sources, from where it has taken this particular idea from, or the content from, all of the things or sources are listed. So you also have adjust length. So you could able to adjust the length to be long, short, or so and so. You can also able to copy it and then paste it to a Word document, right? So this is Diffit, but as you can see in the right side, right, you get to have 3 to 1 reading summary, flowchart, workbook. So so other activities also you can able to generate. You can able to print it out, save as PDF, and then print it out. So the moment I click on print, right, it will say there is a button called as export here in the top, in the bottom right corner. When I click on it, I get it as a PDF file, right? So if you want to actually work, directly give a printout, you can give it as a PDF, or you can copy paste it, copy it, open Word, and then paste it over there, and then you can still create your own handout. So this is something that I've seen teachers using it. So Diffit, as you see there, right? It is not just one particular functionality. You can also have the YouTube link. So paste it here and then customize it to a particular level and then generate the resource. You can also post a book. Okay, select a book chapter and then you can do it. You can post a PDF and then do it. So all these things are possible here. So I leave it to you for exploring when you're free. So this is one tool that I want to cover today. So you have some free time for using Diffit, but if you use this code, you'll have 4 months extra time for you to explore. So by default, it's a limited trial account, but if you use this, you get to extend your account for another 4 months, right? So this is about Defit. And to create lesson plans, let me open one lesson plan AI. All these things, lesson lab AI, lesson plan AI, magic school.ai, planet teachers.ai, all of them will help you to create lesson plans. All of these tools are in a way similar in the way you could feed in the details. Let me go to magicschool.ai to give you an idea. So magicschool.ai has its own certifications too. So once you finish off, you'll have a fair understanding of how to use different tools that are there inside the magicschool.ai. So I already have an account. So if you don't have it, you can click on sign up free and then create an account. So one word of caution, um, I would suggest having a separate Gmail account for getting into, for signing inside all these AI tools, and not to use personal Gmail accounts, because AI is evolving. And now they are exploring how to use AI to actually summarize your personal files and then give your and help you more. So Google is working on it. Microsoft is working on it. So I would suggest to actually have a separate Gmail account. Okay. So it's not that they are going to use your information and then make money out of it, but to be on the safer side. Okay. So Magic School, as you can see here, right, you have many small tools inside. You have a YouTube video summarizer. So I copy paste a video, YouTube video here, and I'll get a summary of that YouTube video. Okay. So say for example, I have this. Let me copy it. Okay. So 1 second. Okay, let me give how many things I want. I want it in 2 paragraphs. I need to copy paste the transcript here. So in this YouTube, okay, so I have an extension called as transcript and summary GLASP. Okay, GLASP is again a Chrome extension. Let me go to Chrome extension GLASP. All I'm trying to do is, search for GLASP Chrome extension. Let me copy paste this in your in the chat window so that people who are practicing can able to do it. Okay, this is the YouTube file that I want to do. And then all I'm doing is search for GLASP Chrome extension. So let me put it in that chat window as well. Okay, now the first item in the Google Chrome store, GLASP Web Highlighter PDF Web Highlight. You have to add it here. So let me copy paste this as well. So already I've installed it. So people who don't have it, you can install. So what happens here, once I install it, you will get something like this transcript and summary. And if you closely watch my mouse, you have something called as transcript and summary. So once I click on it, I'll get the complete transcript of this particular video. So I select all. Okay, I'm selecting it. I'm just using my mouse. Okay, I'm selecting all. And then I am going to that close diffit. Okay, Magic School. What I'm doing is I'm pasting it here and then I'm saying generate. So this summarizes what the video is and you get a nice summary. So this is a small tool. So similarly, you have many other tools here in the Magic Tools. You have a rubric generator, you have a unit plan generator. So if you don't know how to actually utilize these tools, nothing that you need to be worried of. Say, for example, if you don't know how to use rubric generator, I click on this. Okay, so you have something called as exemplar on the top. You see here, right? Exemplar. So once you click on it, you will have a sample value filled up. Okay, so if you go up, you will find out how they have filled it up. Say ninth grade, 5-point scale. So you know what the rubric is. Rubric is basically a table which helps you to assess a student work. So ninth grade, fifth, I mean 5-point scale you want, and what is objective? It's to write a argumentative essay is the objective. Okay, and the assignment is something, and then a customization. If you want, you can customize and click on generate. So they give you an example on how to do it. Once you clear inputs, you can give your own value, say 12th grade I want a 7-point scale thing, and then when I click on generate, I get, say I want to write a narrative essay on the recent field trip. Okay, so this is basically the assignment description. Okay, the objective is to evaluate the structure and the research behind the essay. Okay, click on generate. I'll get my rubrics that are for that particular essay. So it's a 7-point essay. So essay structure, how it is. I have a neat table and pointers mentioned 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, what is the pointer, right? So this is what is about Magic School. We saw two tools, but again, if I go inside, right, for everything, it's the same thing. You have presentation generator, you have image generator, lesson plan. This one single tool should be more than enough for you to utilize this. Okay. So you have a class newsletter generator, you have decodable text, multi-step assignments, code of the day, okay, that you want to even say, even in our schools, we used to write one quote per day in the board, right? So if you want a good quote, you can generate using here, right? So if you want a syllabus to be generated, so Magic School is something that I would suggest. Okay. And if you want to really buy a license, go ahead and then do it. Otherwise, all these things can be done using ChatGPT also, right? So in the PD resource, if you see here, right, you will get to see the professional development certificates that you can do. Okay, so if you click on explore PD resources, you have some of the certification courses that you want to take it up. See, there are 3 levels of certificates. I finished all the 3. Okay, now there is a 4th certificate too. I'm yet to take it up, and then there is a image generator course as well. So these tools, I mean, these certificates are only for Magic School, but again, it'll give you a general idea of how AI works too, right? So this is one thing, and this is one tool that would help teachers. One single tool that would satisfy all the requirements that are there for your lesson plan creation. Similarly, you have plan IT teachers and other things, but there, you will have only the lesson plan generation. So keep this in mind when you're generating a lesson plan. All you need to give is what is the objective of that lesson plan, and to which grade are you creating it for. Any specific thing that you want your lesson plan should to have something like, I want differentiation inside mine, I want inclusion worksheets in my lesson plan. All these things you have to give it over there, and then you can get it right. So automatically create slides. You have something called as Gamma app. You also have Slides GPT, which will help you to automatically create your slides. As I said, right, I'm not a big fan of automatic creation, but still I'll show it to you. It will show to you. It will, yeah. Say for example, see here you have create new or new from blank. So let me create new using AI. So I say that, I can very well place an existing outline text and then ask it to create as well. So say, for example, I have an outline of how I want my presentation to be. So I type it in a Word document, I copy paste here and paste in text. I paste the text and then click on continue. That is possible. Or, I'll completely ask um, Gamma to create the presentations for me. Say, for example, describe what you like to make. I want to have my presentation on, say, poverty. I'll say generate outline. It will give me what sort of things that can be covered in the topic poverty. It gives me outline. So I feel that, something more to be added. I'll click on add card and then I give it. Okay, role of poverty poverty in economic growth. Okay. So if I have it, then I click on generate. I'll get say for each of this outline, I'll get one or two slides, and then I can export that as well. So this is about Gamma app. But again, as I said to you, um, this is something, the content and everything is automatically AI generated. I would strongly suggest to have your own outline. Now, since this is created, right, you get to click on it and then edit it as well, right? So it is just creating the slides, but no, you can create and delete it also. And then once it is done, right, let me go. So say this one, I want to change it. I can click on and then I can change it, right? Add, delete, whatsoever, I can do it. Yeah. So I can directly present it from here. So once it is done, I can directly present it, or I can share a follow link so that people can follow this link actually, so that so that they can see the presentation as well, right? So this is about Gamma. So there is Slides GPT also, which will do the same thing. As you can see here, you can also export it, export to a PDF file, export to PowerPoint, export to PNG, and then once you do that, you get this will get downloaded. But there is a limit to the number of presentations that you can do created. I would suggest having multiple email IDs so that you can create more than one presentation. So the same thing goes with even Slides GPT as well. Okay, so I'm not showing a demo of Slides GPT, but I'll put a guide for Slides GPT over there in the tiny URL link that I've shared across. Now, where AI is used, it is used in customer service, education, content creation, businesses, healthcare, entertainment. You know it till now, right? You've been seeing AI where and all it's getting used. So I don't want to step inside further, but the purpose of this slide is to show to you another tool. Now, this particular slide itself is boring, right? Like I have text there. Now, who wants text, right? So let me go to my favorite tool, which is napkin.ai. So this is creating good vibrations among the people who are using AI. So I always have napkin.ai open and I always used to do it. So again, the same thing, you can create an account and then log in. So here, say, let me open a new napkin. Yes, you can draft with AI or start with a blank napkin. So when you say draft with AI, you have to give the topic. It will generate the content for you. But let me go to blank napkin so that no, I have a content already, right? I copy pasted it from the PowerPoint. I paste it directly here. So let me remove the bullet points because I don't want it first. Team, just give me a thumbs up. It's as if like I'm actually speaking to. That's a problem with online, right? And I don't know whether you are listening or not. Just give me a thumbs up, please. Yes, everything is fine. Yes, yes. One, two, two, three, four. Okay, okay. I have Maureen raising hands. Yeah, if you have questions, you just post it at the end. I'll handle it for you. Maureen Agmore. Yeah, Akbar. Yeah. So just post the question in the chat. I'll take it up. Yeah. So I have this text over here. I copy pasted it. I didn't do any magic here. So the magic will be done by napkin. You have this lightning symbol here. I click on this. So what it does is it scans this text. Okay. And then if you can see down, right? You could see this infographic that is automatically created. And if you can see here, right, it is giving me different infographics for the same content that is there on top. Now, it is trying to summarize, it is trying to identify which infographic will better suit the content. And then, it gives you different options. Now, say I like this, right? I like this style. And when I click on the styles option, I get to see different colors, right? Different fonts. And so say, and then say if I finalize this, okay, it comes over here. Now I can download this if you Let me zoom in. Yeah, so you have something called as export option here. I click on this. So I get to choose, like, do I want it in dark mode or light mode, right? Do I want the background to be on or off, right? The higher the resolution is better. So I have higher resolution. I click on PNG. So which format I want. Is it SVG? SVG is a vector format. So usually you'd use PNG or PDF. SVG is for if you want to actually edit the sizes of all these things in a bigger scale in Photoshop, you need SVG. But go ahead with PNG or PDF. You can also directly, I mean, you select PNG and then you can download it, or you can click on clipboard to copy and then directly paste it somewhere. Okay, so I'll open WinWord. I'll open Word. So here in a blank document, I can paste it directly because I've used clipboard over there. Now, you can see here, right? I didn't have any background, so it's coming like this. But again, simple. I'll say background on. I'll say it is in the light mode. I'll copy it, clipboard. Let's see whether it comes clearly or not this time. So let me delete this. I paste it. Fine. So this is one that I use more often. Okay. So this is napkin.ai, and as you can see here, right, there are also icons here. There is another tool for icons. We'll see it later on. So napkin is something that I would suggest. I've seen people started to use it. This is my seventh or eighth session, and then again, I have people who are creating presentations, and then they were using it in different ways. So as you can see here, right, this is another example of how pharmaceutical companies they 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 are planning to research. I mean, reduce their research costs. And I read a beautiful article. So all I did was copy pasted the content inside, and then it gave me this nice fishbone diagram. You call this as a fishbone diagram, right? So this is from Napkin. So again, in AI, what sort of roles that you can play? You can be a taker, you can be a shaper, and you can also be a maker. You know, all our teachers are basically takers. I still now, right? I'm a taker. Now I find out whichever is the tool that is available for my need. Okay, I search. Okay, I need a AI tool for converting text to image. In Google search, when I search it, I learn that tool, identify whether this is a free tool, how to go about it, right? I'm just a user of a tool. Shaper is when I give my data, something like an Excel sheet, something like a PDF file, and then I ask it to summarize. I use proprietary information. So I last week, I've tried something. I put all my exam results, my students' exam results inside, and then I asked it to actually summarize. Now I had the exam results of 5 years and 6 years put together, and then I was trying to actually get a summarized model out of it. So that is Shaper. So that is the next level actually. So if you are actually a normal teacher, uh, you would be in the taker role. Slowly and steadily, you'll become a shaper, and slowly and steadily, you'll become a maker. Maker is you create your own LLMs, you create your own chat GPT, and so on and so forth, right? So you also can able to create human characters that is required. If you see here, right, this particular image is generated by me. Okay, so how did I generate? I use something called as Sapiens. Now let me quickly run through Sapiens for you. Um, did I close it? Okay, sorry. Yes. So Sapiens, it's so simple UI. Okay, so all you need to say is whether you want a male or a female, and whether you want this background or that background, and then whether you want to what you want that character to do, whether you want to run, whether you want to walk, whether you want to sit. Okay, you just need to specify that. It has some predefined templates. It will give you those templates, and then you can readily download it. Okay, it is showing me that certification is invalid. Let me see. Okay. Probably the site is down. Okay, looks like the site is down. Let me see. Yeah, this is it. Thank God I got it. Now, as I said, as simple as it, let me bold a bit. Yeah, let me zoom it a bit. Yes. All I need to do is I have to select whether it is male or female. I select say female and then I say I want her walking, I want her running or whatsoever. And then I say that I don't want this backdrop. No, I want to select this backdrop. Okay. And then I say I want a dual tone, only two colors, or I want just an outline, right? How I want it, I select it, right? So whatever it is, okay. So I want her just standing. So click on export, you get it. I need to log in though. Once you log in, you can download it. So let me log in using my account. I guess you get the general idea, right? I can download it as a uh, again PNG file. Okay, I got it, and then all I need to do is import it to my presentation wherever it is. Right. So there is also something called as OpenPeeps. OpenPeeps also is the same thing, but it gives you all the collection of PNG files in a zip file, so you can download it and then use it according to whatever you want. And this is for citations, MyBib. So if you are writing a research paper, if you want to actually quote an article somewhere and then cite it, MyWeb is a place for you. If you have people, if you have students writing a small research essay, all they need to do is, select which format you want, which format citations can be. As you are aware, there are multiple formats. So in the top, you can see that, this is MLA8. I usually follow MLA8 basically, but you can select whichever is a format you want. Okay, so Haskell or whatsoever, save it, and then you go give a new citation. What you want the citation to be. Say for example, I have this YouTube link, right? I can very well use the same YouTube link, so I copy it and then I go back here, I paste it here, and then click on search. So what happens is it tries to get the parameters for that particular YouTube link. So this is posted by Education Week. Education Week is the channel, YouTube channel, and this is the link, and it has years and so on. So right. So once it's generated like this, I click on this arrow button. So what happens is it allows me to edit or add some other data for it. So if I have another annotations or something, I'll add it. If I want to have another author to this, I can add it and then I click on save. So the moment I save it, it actually adds the citations back. So this citation is already there because I've been showing this as a demo. So I click on as added. So if you see here, right, it is having this thing here. Okay, so all I need to do is click on this three dots. Okay, so copy bibliography entry or copy footnote. Okay, so if I copy footnote, I'll get the footnote copied. I'll go to the Word document, I paste it. I got the footnote. Now, if I want the bibliography entry, I go again, as you see here, right? I click on three dots, I got the bibliography entry. I go there and then I paste the bibliography entry, right? Usually we'll paste the bibliography entry and not the footnote. It depends on how you want to do it. Footnote is there on every page, right? So this is about MyBib. Okay. Hope I'm covering something useful here. And there are people who might already know this, but still. Um, so often, right? Let me go to the next thing. Often, right? We will come across a web page that we want to print, right? But again, the print will not be proper. Uh, we'll have images over there. We'll have ads running here and then and disturbing us, right? We don't want that. So we have something called as a print-friendly Chrome extension. Let me paste it. So these are small things that you can immediately practice. So those things alone, I'm pasting it, but I'll try my level best to go a little bit slow. Yes, I'll share the link at the end of the class. But again, I've already shared share the guides with people. Let me reshare. Yeah, this is the link. This contains the complete PPT and um, as well as the screenshots of all the guides. Okay. So thank you. So at the end, again, I'll take up the question. And if you want something to be taken up slowly, I can also take it up slowly at that time. Okay. I just need to cover many things within this 1.5 hours to give more value to the time that you're spending. So I'm rushing it through. Sorry for that. But again, I'll come back when time permits. Yes, I'll come back at the end. So this print-friendly Chrome extension I've already installed. So the same thing, I've copy pasted it. I've already installed it in my PC. Say, for example, I have an article of, say, um, I have a Times of India article, say, per se. Okay. Okay, so this is there and I want to print it. So usually how will you print it is basically you find out the print option there in your browser. Here, you'll find something called as print, right? Or you'll press Control P to print. Okay, let me see Control P. Control P is basically for printing. So, but if you see here, right, you have an option to save as PDF. That is something that is there in every browser. Okay, destination, if you instead of giving the printer, if you give it as save as PDF, or you can give it as Microsoft Print to PDF, you'll convert it to PDF. But the point that I want to make is this is not what you want to print. See, the first page is empty. And when you go down, then you have this, and you on the right hand side, you have all these things. You don't want this. So for this, we have something called as print friendly PDF. So this is an extension. Once you install that, you'll find print friendly here. How will you install it? So I gave that link over there, right? So this link, when you open it, all these things are Chrome extensions. Okay. So Chrome extensions are basically extra functionality that you can add it to the existing browsers. Okay. So it's not something so complex, right? So print friendly. So I've already installed it. If you're not installed it here, it will say add to Chrome, add to Opera, add to so and so browser. Okay. So I've already created it. So you will find this print friendly extension here. So there is this icon over here. I clicked on it. Somewhere, this print friendly icon itself will be there here uh, in the toolbar itself, right? In the web URL itself. So here, if you see here, print friendly is there. So I go here. This is the web page that I wanted in print friendly format. So this particular icon, I click here, which is print friendly page, right? So let me go here and then I say print friendly. So I say remove ads and navigation from web pages works well. So I click on this. So what happens is that I get a print friendly version of the complete page. Now there is no right hand side icons. And I also feel that, okay, I don't want this image of Mr. Sashikta Das for this. So I click on this. Okay, it goes off. I click on again this goes off. So somewhere, I don't want this paragraph, this goes off. So I'll decide what and all I need for print. I click on it accordingly. I don't want this disclaimer, I delete it. Then I click on PDF, I get a PDF file of this particular web page. I can also directly print it. When I click on print, obviously I need to select the printer. Now see, when I click on it, I get the PDF file for it. So where this will be helpful is you come across a web page which is to be shared with the children, and you're worried about the ads that comes across. Okay, usually instead of sharing the URL, right? URL in the sense this particular link with the students, you can very well generate a PDF file and then share it with them, right? So this is one of the use case of print friendly, right? So hope I'm making sense. And PDF tools, yes, you will have many PDFs that you want to share it with the students. But sometimes you need to edit it. Sometimes you want to ask a question on it. Sometimes you want to, sometimes you want to summarize it. Okay, so for that, we have a tool called as pdfgear.com. So in pdfgear.com, you can download a software called as PDF Gear. Okay, so let me show it to you once, and then I'll show that software to you. You might be using Adobe Acrobat or Adobe Reader softwares for making changes, but this is a free software which would allow you to make edits or changes. This itself, I have to teach you for half an hour, but again, uh, all you need to do is download, free download, and then install it. So I already have the PDF Gear application. So let me open PDF Gear. Okay, so say I have, okay, let me not, okay, so this is the PDF file. Say, for example, I have this PDF file. I click on it, open. Okay, the PDF file gets opened, right? I have this. So if I want to interact with this PDF, yes, I can. So I can give chat now, and then I can chat with this particular PDF. Okay, I can summarize this PDF file, right? Nice, right? I can ask questions on this PDF file. All this I can do. And I can also comment on it, draw a rectangle if I want. Okay, highlight an area, strike through, underline, do whatever I want. I can also edit it, right? So when I say edit a text, say for example, I want to remove this, I click on this, and then I say something, I can edit it, change it, whatever I can do it. So the complete tutorial of this, I'm updating it in that guide folder. You will get it, but this is pretty self-explanatory. All you need to do is go through this, and then you could so here when you click on page, you can able to delete a particular page, add a page, right? New PDF, extract a page, rotate left, right, all these things you can do it, and then finally save it, right? So this is one tool that I want you to explore. But if you say that, sir, I don't want to install this PDF gear, give me a tool where I can directly summarize and then use it. You have something called as File GPT, Ask Your PDF, and so on. So say for example, I go to Ask Your PDF, right? If you have a PDF file handy, so you can have conversation, can summarize. So I can click on summarize, or what it does is, it will ask me to upload. Okay. Yeah. So corporate publication of daily stock. Okay. So this particular file I've already uploaded. See there, I've uploaded here and it has given me a summary and whatsoever, right? Okay. Moving forward, so I also asked you, like, if you have a article behind, right? And that article is something that you want to behind a paywall, and that article is something that you want to remove that pay option, right? So I go to an article, say for example. Team, I know that I'm going literally fast, but don't be worried. Please listen to the recording. I'll post it on YouTube also. You can slowly pass and do it. You also have guides to help you out. And I'm always available in tlra@tips.info to actually answer your queries, right? My point was to expose you to this particular group, particular tools, specific tools, so that you can use, right? So yeah, so see this article from Washington Post, and I know that Washington Post doesn't allow me to actually read without any subscription. So if I go down, you will find a paywall. Really? It is allowing me to read the complete article. See here. It says show more. And then, when I click on show more, oh, it is show. It is allowing me to read it. Okay. Okay. Say, for example, if this thing is not allowing you to read, let me go through something which is not allowing me to read. See here. It says that, two ways to read this article. Free, start reading. Enter the mail address. It will allow me to read 5 or 6, and after that, it won't allow me. Right. So if that's the case, right, what you could do is you copy paste this particular link, go to this site called as archive.ph, right? Now, what is this archive.ph is? Let me post this. Yeah, I'll upload on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel running for TLRI. So Tips team might not be aware that we have a separate yeah. So yes, we have a separate YouTube channel where we started uploading our recordings. Yes, this archive.ph is basically a web archive, right? In the sense, um, sites might go down, but you want certain articles to be saved. Okay, so that's the reason why we have archive.ph here. So here, uh, let me zoom in. Yeah. So all I do is paste this particular link. What link? The Washington Post link, which is behind the paywall. Okay. So I go here and then I paste it. Right. I'll click on save. So it will ask for captcha verification. Yes, I do it. Often, right, it will be so immediate. See here, this is immediate because the size of the article is less maybe, or somebody might have already archived. So I get to see the complete article over here, right? So I leave it to your imagination. Now, not only that, like, I can go further. I can print it too. Use print friendly and then print it too, right? So this is how you can access articles behind the paywall. So it will help you out on your research if and all you're planning to do research. Now there is another site, web.archive.org, which will also do the same thing. Okay. Now, stepping inside large language models, some of you might have already used ChatGPT. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a generative AI model. We call it as large language model. How large language models work is you feed in a prompt, and in that prompt, it takes the uh, keywords, it converts it to tokens, and using the tokens, it identifies something from the knowledge base, it collates the information and then prints it back. Now, so to prove my point, right? Now, let me go to ChatGPT. I've opened it, chatgpt.com. I have a fair feeling that you know how to go to ChatGPT, chatgpt.com, create a account, and then here you are. So here, if I give Mary had a little lamb, rhyme, correct? I give like this. What it does? It gives me the complete nursery rhyme. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. So what it basically does is it has a knowledge base. It has some learning behind, which shows that okay, after this particular line, this is what it follows, and the tokens that are associated with these lines are Mary, lamb, rhyme, English, right? Uh, kindergarten. If you're understanding what I mean by token, it is getting the keywords behind what I'm trying to give, and then it is querying and then give it back. Hope you understand how LLM works, right? Now, uh, so the more detailed your prompt is, the better output you will get it. If you give garbage, then you'll get garbage out. So one another key takeaway that I could say is when you are interacting with ChatGPT or any other LLMs, you have to keep in mind that you are interacting with something which is having no clue on what to do, right? Say for example, you are giving an assignment to a grade 6 student. Okay, if you want the grade 6 student to do the work clearly, I would suggest explaining to grade 6 student in a way like a grade 5 student. Give more information, uh, so that the instructions are clear for a grade 5 student. Okay, so that a grade 6 student can quickly understand. So that's the mindset that you need to have when you are actually interacting with ChatGPT or any other LLMs. Okay, so it can able to summarize content, it can able to generate text, it can generate lesson plans, whatever we discussed before, to create a rubric or whatsoever, everything it can able to do. Okay, so here and right in my previous slides, I was using icons here. So for icons, you have to go for icons8.com. It is pretty self-explanatory, so I don't want to go inside, but again, let me quickly go through also. So all I need is basically for icons 8, right? To download icons. So all I need to do is give what I want for what I want the icon for. So I select, say I want an icon for gratitude. I go for gratitude and then I click on yes. Okay, it will give me different icons. So I click on this, I copy it and then paste it, or I download it and then save it. Okay. So this again, I have guides. So all I did is icons8.com, entered which particular keyword that I want to use. And then, I get multitude of items. If I want an animated one, if you see here, right, I click on animated, I get animated icons regarding to gratitude. Okay, they couldn't able to find something on animation, but again, so if I use analysis per se, hopefully I get some animated icons on analysis. Yes, here I am, right? So see here, this is an animation pie chart, right? I can download it as a GIF file. Okay, download it and then I can use it, right? So one simple tool, but again, you can use it. Now, going back to what I was saying about uh, LLMs, right? Large language models. So you also have noun project to generate icons. Okay. So you have uh, you have many LLMs that are developed by different providers. Meta is done by Facebook, and then you also have other things. Google is providing Gemini, and then you have Perplexity, you have Claude, uh, you have Mistral, you have Grok from X. Okay, for all these things, even the latest is DeepSeek. China has laid out DeepSeek, and Perplexity and others are actually showing it, saying that you're using mine only. You're just giving a different front end to it. As far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, for us as educators, it doesn't matter which kind of LLM are we using. Okay, so you can also create a word cloud. For word cloud, there is a word@out.com. You practice it. It is pretty simple. Okay, so let me step inside clearly. Now, we're going to quickly practice some of the other prompts. So as you can see here, right, when I'm interacting with, I have some noise behind. Let me mute it. People, I have 100 odd people. Nice. Okay. The person has muted himself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. See here. So when I'm writing a prompt, first thing is what I wanted to do. Now, in this case, I want a detailed lesson plan on CBC curriculum, grade 12, mathematics. Topic is application of derivatives. The subtopics that needs to be included are all these things, blah, blah, blah. And then I do it, right? So if like when we saw Mary had a little lamp, the tokens, right? In this thing, can you please type out what are the possible tokens quickly in chat? So you saw this prompt. Now, what and all could be the tokens that LLM could take it up. Yeah, type in the chat box. What and all are the tokens? What are the keywords for the LLM to get the maths derivative? Great 12. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. One thing that you need to understand, right? It's not just about the keywords that is there. Okay. It will actually derive furthermore. If I say, when I said an example for Mary had a little lamb, right? I said rhyme. I said kindergarten, right? So it derives other words based on the words here, right? Nice. Mathematics, secondary applications. Yes. So, so when you are composing, thank you, team. So, when you are composing your own prompt, be careful about the keywords that you use. If you use a word that is not up to the mark, again, you will not get the relevant output. Okay. And this is something that I included for the CBC teachers, and the CBC teachers were saying to me, boss, there is this NEP thing that has said that, you should have assertion and reasoning based questions for all the topics. And it is difficult to frame those assertion and reasoning based questions. This is a prompt that will help you to do that. I'll say, please prepare assertion and reasoning based questions with the answer and explanation based on the given paragraph, including the following four options. I copy paste the paragraph from somewhere, from a textbook, from a text, from a PDF, whatsoever, and then list A, B, C, D. These are the options that are predominantly there in assertion and reasoning type questions, right? So don't be worried. I've already shared the PDF with you in that particular tiny URL, so you have this. So don't copy it or take a photo, whatever it is. But again, this will give you the assertion and reasoning questions. So not just asking recent questions, it can also be for multiple choice questions, for analytical questions. You can give it, and then you can also what you can also do is uh, given this sample question, generate similar questions for this topic, right? So that is another way by which you can fine tune the AI to give you the right results. Okay. And as I said in the beginning, right, we're going to look at one framework, one prompting framework, and that is CRE framework, CRE, context, expectation, role, right? There are multiple frameworks. There is a prep framework, there is a craft framework, right? So, but predominantly all of them are saying the same thing almost, right? When you are actually writing a prompt, first thing that you need to do is set a context, right? So in the previous examples that we saw, the context there is a grade 12 lesson plan, right? And why you are generating it to help the grade 12 children on their work and so on and so forth. So set the context, right? And the next is expectation. What do you want the AI to do? Whether it's lesson plan or whether it's worksheet, how you want it, whether you want it in list style, whether it is in tabular format, how you want it, how you want the outcome to be, right? So, and you can also say a role, the prompt can be direct. You can say that you are a biology teacher. You're assigning the role to the LLMs. You say that you are a biology teacher. You are supposed to take a class on photosynthesis. You have grade 6 children observing you, and you are planning to introduce photosynthesis with the help of light and chemical reactions. With that, create an engaging lesson plan for 40 minutes. It should have an entry criteria, entry ticket, and as well as an exit ticket for 5 minutes. The remaining 30 minutes is for lesson plan. Create the lesson plan now. This is a single prompt. Fine, hope you're getting it. Now there I've set the context that that it's going to be for biology, it's going to be for photosynthesis, and I light and all these things are basically context. Role, biology teacher, expectation is the lesson plan. And I can say that expect the lesson plan should have these columns, these sections. As I said, entry ticket, exit ticket, and so on. If I want separate topics, separate headings, I can very well give it. Right. So this is what a Scree framework is all about. Now, tell me, you can it is difficult to tell actually, but again, you can post in chat window what is wrong with this prompt, or do you think everything is right with this prompt? you have a prompt here that I'm showing to you. So you tell me whether this prompt will fare fine or you want to add something to it. What and all you can add or whether this is fine. Okay, let me go to the chat. Yes, a real life example, tone control interaction. Yes. Okay, that's the answer for the previous question. Sorry. Now, yeah, learner specification not mentioned, time duration missing. Nice, 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 nice. Then specification about age group. Yes. Genre. Yes. Grade specific. Yes. Language level. Awesome. Broad. This is very broad scope. Obviously, yes. Objectives not clear. Right. So a better prompt would have been like, yeah, age limit not given. Yes, yes. So the better prompt would have been, thank you for the responses. Yes, the better prompt would have been to add those criteria saying that, no, I am planning to say this story for my kindergarten students or for my primary students of grade 3. I've recently exposed them to the art of storytelling. So I want to expose them to this vocabulary, right? So all these things, you can add it right to the prompt. Okay, hope this makes sense. Now, where A can pitch in, yes, lesson plan, feedback, question generating, send support tool. Basically, in Magic School, you saw all those things, right? All those things you can do it with the help of AI. No other, there is nothing that you can't do with AI. You have essay marker, you have lesson activity generator, parent or career communication tools or policy document generator, whatsoever, right? For all these things, you can use AI. Okay. Now you can ask me, sir, no, can I create this itself? Like, uh, I had a specific purpose in actually adding these two slides, right? So it's like this is basically an output from AI. So I asked AI that, I'm going to take AI session for some of you, for some of the educators. I need some eight use cases along with description. Give me in the tabular format. I gave it and I got the output and I copy pasted in these two slides, right? So this is the prompt. Create a table with two columns, use case and description. List 8 different use cases where a high school teacher can utilize blah, blah, blah. Please ensure that you are following proper table formatting so that I can easily copy paste without formatting issues, right? So you can, so here uh, the thing that I want to say to you is the outcome is clear that I want it in table format. I want this headings, right? So you can also step by, you can do this prompting step by step too. The teachers used to ask me, sir, how can I get it right in one single shot? Anything can go wrong, right? So you can provide a structured way of interacting with the AI too. So you can say provide structured curriculum for computer science CBSE grade 1 2. It will give you an answer. Now write a lesson plan for for this particular lesson, right? And then add a differentiation for this particular point. So you can very well you build the conversation, right? Gamify this lesson plan. Use gaming tools in it, right? How to demonstrate for a slow learner. I need to generate a specific worksheet for a slow learner. Use only multiple choice questions. You give it and then you'll get it. Okay. So can AI help in evaluation? Yes. So you can say that you can upload a particular question paper, particular question mark scheme. You have something called as upload option in the chat GPT. Let me show that to you. Now all the LLMs have that feature. So you have this plus symbol over here. You can upload from computer. So you can upload a particular document file or anything and then ask questions on that. Okay. So I say I upload a particular typed out document and then I can ask questions, right? Say grade the student's work. Okay. And this is the marking scheme. I upload the marking scheme also. It has 200, the work done by the student has 200 words. It has headings, it has bullet points. So familiarize with the question and answer. Now, grade it based on the marking scheme. It will give you the grade. But again, um, you re-verify one or twice because it has to get used to the way you are evaluating. But again, it will be fairly fine. I've evaluated my GPSAs like that, and it has given me really good outcomes. Okay. So, which is the best AI to use? It doesn't matter. As I said, it can be any tool for that matter, right? Because what are we doing is we are just querying it and then you are getting our answer back, right? We are not actually processing humongous amount of data, right? So, one another question. So here, uh, one of my teachers asked me, sir, we have written papers, right? So can written papers be evaluated by AI? Now, you don't have a tool that can identify the handwriting. They say that DeepSeek can able to identify the handwriting and then evaluate. But I'm yet to actually check that. But there is a way by which you can extract the text out of handwriting. You have the tool called as Comp SCI Lab. I didn't cover it as part of the presentation, but let me show it to you and then give that link also. Yeah, comp SCI library, image to text, copy. So let me, okay, not in the chat. Not in the, okay. So far, so good, team. Okay. You know that I'm going far. Okay. See, this is the link. Now let me open quickly an image. I guess I have something in the downloads folder that I used in my previous example on 19th. I don't know whether this is it. Let me see whether it's okay. This is a certificate actually. Okay, fine. Okay, downloads. I opened one certificate, so it has gone through that certificate. Mhm. Let me open that certificate for you. Oh, great. Fine. Yes, this is the certificate. You can see here. This is generated for Nancy Geeta. Okay, so this is an internal certificate, by the way, but it has read through the content and then it has given me this. But this is not a handwriting, correct? So let me see whether I have a handwriting. Okay, this is some other certificate. Okay, maybe at the end I'll try to show to you. This is my image. Oh, great. Okay, fine. But anyway, this particular tool is able to figure out the handwriting and then it could able to extract. Okay. So at the end, if I find time, I'll show to you. Now, so yeah, okay. So I guess we almost reached the end of the session. But again, how can you use ChatGPT? You can use it to stay relevant to Gen Z. Often, the teachers used to say to me that the lingo or the current trend of Gen Z, right, is something that I don't know how to actually connect to. So You start using ChatGPT or LLM as an alternative to Google, right? So if you say top 10 trends for Gen Z kids, what Google will give you is thousand odd results, and you have to figure out which is the best result. Obviously, we will not cross the first page, but again, in the first page, again, you have 10 results to go through, figure out which is fine, which is not. But instead, if you just start interacting with your own favorite tools, right? ChatGPT or Perplexity, right? So you get to see. So say, for example, I say top 10 trends for Gen Z kids. I'll have a fair understanding with sources, right? My favorite um, my favorite LLM is Perplexity.ai, purely because it gives me sources then and there itself. I stopped using ChatGPT for some reason because I felt it really nice. Perplexity, I felt it nice because as you can see, I'm also a career counselor, so I can't give information to students without proper source. So if you see here, right, I get proper trends, social media dominance, sustainable fashion, these are in trends. And then, I get the corresponding sources from where it has got this data to, right? So, start getting to know their world better using Perplexity or ChatGPT. One example is, recently Elon Musk, what he did is he changed his profile, X profile to Kekius Maximus. Okay, Kekius Maximus is, I'll leave it to you to find out what is Kekius Maximus. That is something that is to do with Gen Z. Okay, that is something to do with Gen Z, the latest and latest of trends. Okay, so people, what they do is when they saw Elon Musk's profile getting changed to Kekius Maximus, they went inside and then they clicked on it and so on. So he started earning more on his meme coin. Meme coin is his cryptocurrency, and he started to because of that the meme coin prices got increased. Uh, so I'm saying what I'm trying to say is try to be on float on par with what is happening to Gen Z. If they like Pokemon more, if they like the recent movie Thor has come across and you want to connect something to Nine Realms, as I mentioned here, or Water Cycle with the help of Mona, a Disney story, you give the prompt to ChatGPT, it will create it for you. Say explain the concept of water cycle in science with the help of Disney story named Mona. It will be able to create it for you, right? So so you can make better connections to their world, to make them interactive in the class and to retain their impression or retain their attention, right? So see introduction to Mona's journey compared to water cycle basics. Okay, evaporation compared to a scene in Mona movie, right? So you get ideas. Okay, so next, uh, I would suggest, right, you to up your tech and productivity. I know that you all are trying to scale up. I used to say that pandemic is a boon in one sense because we started to step out of our comfort zones. I know that most of the teachers, I know most of the teachers in my own school and other schools who are so secluded when it comes to technology, but pandemic broke free. And then now every circular is sent across in WhatsApp. Every circular is, instead of sending print sent as print through an assistant or an admin person, now it has been sent through WhatsApp, emails, and every survey, instead of sending a form to fill up manually or collect the information, now it's Google Forms, right? So try to learn how those forms are getting created, how Word is, what are the technology behind Word, what are the new things that have come in Word, what are the new things that have come in Excel, what are the new things that have come in PowerPoint. Believe me, like I was working in Infosys and Ernst and Young for 7 years, and when I came back to Cambridge, right? So it's been 10 years, and the first year I was supposed to take ICT, right? Information and Communication Technology, where it had Word, Excel, PowerPoint, basics of HTML, and so on. So ideally, I should be able to crack it left, right, and center because I was working for the past 5 years. But the moment I saw the question paper and the depthness of the question, right? And how they've asked questions on the latest things that are there in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, it made me to realize that tools like Word, Excel, PowerPoint also is something that gets changed every now and then. New features are getting added. If you see PowerPoint, the latest Microsoft 365, it helps you to change the design completely. You have a slide like this, and then you want to have different designs, you can have it, right? Just by a click of a button, right? So all these things are new that you have to continuously scale up. Think about how to save time, how to use AI as your assistant, start using it for travel plans. Recently I went to Mumbai and I asked AI to put me a travel plan. I said I'm traveling along with my two kids. Okay, one is in grade 8, another is in grade 2. Okay, so you know tailor my travel plan according to the according to my needs. My needs is basically I have to engage the children for 4 days. Come on a new place like Mumbai, right? So it started suggesting good places that I can travel to. So uh, my suggestion is to start using AI for everything, whatever that has come across. And you have apps for it. It's not that you have to go to a browser and then do it. You have your own chat GPT app in the app. You have Perplexity app. Okay, all these things you can start to use, right? And even WhatsApp for that matter. You have voice notes in WhatsApp. Start using video now that you have 5G connection. You utilize it. Okay. You have screenshots in laptop snipping tools. Snipping tool. How to use snipping tool? I have a guide for it. Okay, so use that guide too. So if you see in the guides folder that I've shared across in the tiny URL before in the chat window, you would see many guides. You would see also the tools that I haven't covered too. This particular folder is something that I keep on updating. I have another folder that, and I'll copy paste that content also here. So for you to scale up, these are basically my learnings. I use a tool, I take a screenshot, I put it in a Word folder for others to use. That's how I use it. Okay. And then some professional AI certificates that I did and that I would strongly suggest for you to actually take it up. Most of them are free, except something that from Coursera. They were charging around 2,600 to 3,000, but it was really worth it. So I would suggest you to actually take it up also. And whenever you're taking up AI related courses, go for something which is on the taker side of it. As I said, there is takers, shapers, and makers. So go for the taker side and then start doing courses. So the moment you see it, you'll be able to understand. It might explain about how to do a particular, how to go about a particular AI tool, how to use it better, right? Go for such professional development courses. And as I said to you, different tools like Magic School and other tools, right? They also have their own set of professional development courses that you can take it up. Okay. So we reached the final session sharply by 7:30. I came to this particular slide. For those who are not aware, we are part of TLRI, Tips Learning and Research Institute, which is part of the Indian Public School. We have recently started. It's been like 4 to 5 months. We ran Learning Edge, a panel discussion plus thematic webinars. Right, I was part of a panel discussion where I moderated. Okay, so we bring in initiatives for the school to ensure that learning happens for the educators. We'll also be running courses on IB, CBSE, Cambridge specific topics, and also general topics like AI and leadership. So this AI version of 1.5 hours that I have, this is the fourth version that I have for 1.5 hours. I also have a course which is for 4.5 hours on 4 different days. I also run it for 2 days with different tools that I've brought in. I know I have a specific course where I go subject wise to max. What are the tools that you can use? For geography, what are the tools that I can use? Right? For English, for developing English, what are the tools? So I have a specific course on that as well. In future, we are planning to roll all those courses. Somewhere free, somewhere somewhere on cost, somewhere online. And if you want us to actually come to your location and then deliver it for your own teachers, please drop us a mail, tlr@tipsy.info. We'll look at the logistics on how it is. We'll fix the cost, and then we are ready to actually come over and then help you out as well. Okay. And I've visited schools, and then I've started doing the sessions also. Right. So next in AI is, we are planning for a 4-day, 1.5 hour course. It's going to be online. It's going to be a paid version, but each day it's going to be 1.5 hours for 4 days. So uh, keep following us in our LinkedIn page. Keep following us in YouTube. We are uploading all our videos in YouTube too. Keep following us on WhatsApp. We have all your email IDs. We'll share it with you as well by email.